Hi, everybody, and it is Let's Talk Monday. It is the Monday after conference. Oh my goodness. I know a lot of you are probably either still traveling or you just got home. And if you were as busy as I was this weekend, which everybody was, it was so much fun. Let me tell you, I am so thrilled. This year, the 30th anniversary of the TSSUS and the conference. To me, it was amazing. And there was so much going on. The breakout sessions this year were fantastic. Not that they weren't last year, they were great. But there were some more breakout sessions this year, and there was some more information given out. Dr. Silverback, I got to go to his Heart Healthy talk, which was amazing. It was nice. A lot of new stuff is coming out about Turner syndrome and cardiac issues, which I think is so important. And I'm going to be looking forward to Dr. Silverback's study, the Heart Healthy study, and the results that they come out with this year. A lot of you at the conference, I hope y'all got into the project, and I hope you got your echo and everything. I even learned some things about my own heart doing the Heart Healthy project that I didn't even know. And of course, I got diagnosed with my bicuspid at 29, so I've known about this for about 3 years. But there were still some things that I didn't know, such as, when you get more images of your heart, you can get more details. And that was what really took me by surprise, because I figured out that instead of the bicuspid, like I do still have a bicuspid aortic valve, but it was because the third flap and this flap fused together, which I thought was really interesting. Cassidy Hopper, did you enjoy Dr. Mooney's session? I see a lot of people did. So unfortunately, I didn't get to go to Dr. Mooney's session, although I did get to talk to Andrea and Heidi, and they said that it was fantastic. It was really good, and Dr. Mooney really is like the expert when it comes to Turner syndrome and MVLD, just like Dr. Silverback is the expert when it comes to TS and the heart. I got to meet him last year at the conference, and he's a really smart guy, really intelligent. I really enjoyed him last year. And so, but this year I also, for the first time, like face to face, I got to meet Debbie Brown over at Leaping Butterflies. If y'all haven't checked out Leaping Butterflies, y'all should. Her story is just, the story of her daughter is just simply amazing. And to me, it's just shows the power of a voice, of parents, of the women with TS. Just like Mark and Michelle, they have a voice and a platform because of what happened with Ferrial. And Debbie, I think, has a very strong voice because of what happened to her daughter Kelly. And I can't even imagine what Debbie's gone through. And, losing a child is just, it's something that I wouldn't wish on anybody. But this year was really good. And something, I know I already brought this up a couple of times, but I finally realized when I was at the conference talking to some people, I was like, wait a minute, it's 2017. It is now 80 years since Dr. Henry Turner started his study with the 7 girls back in Oklahoma. 1937 was when he started the study. 1938 was when he published and found Turner syndrome. So it's simply amazing to me, like how many milestones were hit this year, not just for the TSSUS, but for Turners in general. Cassidy Hopper, I'm hoping to go to the conference in 2019 in Nashville. We will see how it goes. Yeah, I hope to see you there because I'm going to be there. From now on, girls, I'm telling you, I'm going to go every year. Because last year I went to the conference and it was amazing. This year I went to the conference and it was just, they knocked it out of the park. Seriously, this was a home run. I don't think they could have picked a better lineup of speakers, of breakout sessions, of the theme. Everything this year was just so well put on and everything, and so much information. It was easy. I really enjoyed it. Next year I'm hoping to go and volunteer, and hopefully we'll see what happens this year with the projects that we have in mind. I'm still trying to keep up the YouTube channel, and I got to meet a lot of y'all at conference, which was really exciting for me. And it was also very humbling to hear, so many people of, thank you for doing your videos, thank you for, doing what you do, asking about the documentary, and, it was very humbling because when I started this, I didn't think it would have the impact that it has. I don't think Scarlett, Mark, I don't think any of us knew the capacity that this would take. And it's just simply amazing to see the capacity that it has taken. And, we hope to continue in the future. And anyway, I just want to thank everybody who's been sticking with us. I know my schedule has been kind of hectic, especially with the random lady nights. But working and getting settled in and everything. Hopefully, we'll be getting better at this. And I've enjoyed doing the ladies' nights. So let me know. Keep messaging us about topics y'all want to hear about, talk about. Because to me, that's important. Is for us to talk about there's certain things. I talked to a couple of girls when I was at conference, and I got some of y'all's feedback, some of y'all who were at conference and watched the videos. And to me, there are some topics that we haven't really touched on, and it's because mostly I haven't really, I didn't want to step on any toes, A. And B, of course, when it comes to Facebook and YouTube, you do have to keep a standard. And, there's some things that I do want to talk about that I feel like are very important when it comes to TS. So there will be probably some nights where I'm going to make sure that the audience is 16 plus, so that way no one, gets offended or anything like that. This is stuff that we totally want to talk about educationally. Because there's so much when it comes to the female body that we need to know about, especially with the Turner's female body, that we need to know about and need to understand, need to be watching. And it's not just for those reasons, it's also for our physical health and well-being as well. And that's why I really want to talk about some of these things. And they're very important to me. And also the YouTube channels, y'all are going to start seeing more and more vlogs now that I've gotten more settled in. So work's been kind of crazy past couple of weeks. So hopefully after next week, my work schedule is going to die down a little bit. And after that, y'all are going to see some more YouTube vlog videos that were just like my reaction to the Law & Order SVU episode, which, thank y'all. I got a lot of responses from that and messages saying thank you. So I want to thank you guys. I thank y'all for thanking me, but it's because that's how I feel. I wouldn't be doing what I do right now if it wasn't for you guys. I used to be, I'm not going to say it was until Rashawn, but because I talked about having TS before that. But, when Rashawn died, that to me, it was like my tipping point of just, you got to let it go, and just let it all out there. And if it wasn't for you girls and feeling the need for someone to say something, I wouldn't be doing this. So I want to thank you guys. And I know on behalf of Scarlett would thank you guys too if she was here. So Danielle Brennan, hey. My signature phrase, hey, on what's happening. So anyway, we're in it. Anybody watching, were y'all at the conference? What did y'all think? If y'all were at last year's conference, between last year's conference and this conference, if this was your first time, you came at a really good time, I think, personally. Danielle Brandon, how are you? I'm good. Just working and been a little crazy today. Today I was off, but of course I took a couple of people to the airport. I'm not going to say names. Took a couple of people to the airport, saw them off, had to do my little crying spell because if you come to the conferences, we only get to see each other once a year. And so, it feels really good to get back with the girls, as we say, because like I have said so many times before, it is something else just to be like, I got you. Like, you don't even have to say anything. It's just, I got you. And so, I want to thank the TSSUS for doing that. And I want to thank them for just putting this on for us. And it wasn't just to have this for them to raise money. Who knows what they make, this was about us getting together. This is about raising awareness. And this is why I support any organization that raises awareness for Turner syndrome. Because we're all like puzzle pieces. It doesn't matter who does it as long as it gets done. And so, Linda Conrad, it was my first conference and it was awesome. Yes, it was amazing. Like I said, the breakout sessions, there's not one thing about this conference that I can say, okay, well, I wish I would have done this instead of that. No, it was all great. And I'm excited for Nashville in 2019. I'm excited for DC next year. Who doesn't want to be in DC? Come on. Maybe some people. But anyway, Danielle Brennan, I'm going to be there next year. Yay! me? Okay, yes, I'm going to be there, so I will see you. Anybody who's going next year, you will see me. Because I am not going to miss another conference for the world, let me tell you. I know it's a bit pricey, but, to me, it's worth it. And if you can budget for it, it's so easy. And not only that, but you can talk to some of your other TS sisters. They'll have rooms. You can room together, like to help save money. There's other things like that. And I think it's very important. I know the TSS US, I want to say they do like some half scholarships or stuff like that. And you can volunteer if you want to go. So that's some things you can do. But anyway, all right, we're gonna start wrapping this up. If you were at conference this year, tell us about it. Tell us about your experiences. What breakout session did you like? Was there something new that you learned about Turner syndrome that you didn't know before? There was the basics of TS breakout session there. There was the Healthy Heart Project with Dr. Silverbach. Dr. Mooney was there talking about MVLDs. If you were there and you were at the conference and you went to some of these breakout sessions, tell us what you thought of the conference this year. We want to hear about it. And anyway, well, girls, this night, ladies' night, is actually going to be on Wednesday. So be looking for us on Wednesday. Oh, no, I take that back. Sorry, Friday. Look for us Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we're going to have it this week. And make sure you're still watching the Let's Talk Mondays, because we will announce which day of the week ladies' night will be on. This ladies' night, since everybody is here, we're going to talk about the female body and Turner syndrome. So this Friday for ladies' night, that's what we're going to talk about. So it will be a 16 plus audience. That's what we will request. This is going to be simply educational. We're going to be educational, but we're also going to be sharing some experiences, because I did talk to a couple of TS women who are married or getting married, and they had a lot of questions. And so this is a session that I think is very important, not just to married women, but to TS women in general. So join us, ladies' night, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you can look that up. If you live in my time zone, that would be 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. That'll be 9 o'clock Pacific. That will be 7 o'clock. So anyway, we will see you Friday night. Love you, girls. Drink wine if you're legal. Like the Walk for Ferrial page if you haven't liked the Walk for Ferrial page this year or yet. And come to the walk this year if you haven't been yet. And we will see you Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, Sarah Larson. Hey, Bethany, conference was awesome. Wasn't it, Sarah? And I'm so glad I got to see you again. Hello. So anyway, all right, girls. And Marina, I'm already having a glass. Good girl. So anyway, all right, everybody, have a good night. See you at Ladies' Night on Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.